Hey guys, this is Jesse. I wanted to talk a little bit today about what I call Tony MacAlpine-style sweep arpeggios. I am not by any means a sweep arpeggio expert. I don't know all the inversions of all the chords, you know, minor, major, diminished. I know the basics. I know like root position, A string root position arpeggios are what I'm most comfortable with. So I'm talking about, you know, stuff like this. Tony MacAlpine-style, I call it, because he does a lot of that where he sweeps up the neck, taps the fifth above, and then taps the octave above it. And sometimes he'll bend it, so he'll be like, you know, like something like that, you know. So what I want to talk about today is how to go about doing that, and a cool little exercise that I kind of came up with to really hone in and work on doing it and make it a little more fun, kind of a small etude, I guess you could call it. So again, just to go over the basics, the mechanics of the Tony MacAlpine-style sweep arpeggio. Again, a lot of these arpeggios he does start, if you take a given chord, so if you're playing an A, and you want to play an A major arpeggio, you're starting on the 12th fret on your A string. And you're basically going root, third, fifth, root, third, fifth, octave root above. And you tap that with your right hand. Okay? So slowly you have, again, that's going up. And then coming back down is just exactly the opposite. It just, the difference being, you notice that I didn't pick going back up. It was all hammers. It was all hammer-ons. And this is an interesting thing I've noticed about Tony MacAlpine, which kind of sets him apart from the other sweep guys, even like masters like Frank Gambale, is that Tony MacAlpine will usually sweep up. And then hammer on going back down. So you get a really nice fluid sound. So again, sorry about the dirtiness. I'm not the greatest at this, but I just wanted to talk about it because I've been able to be more or less successful with it, and just, you know, dealing with it that way and just breaking down the mechanics of it and getting that nice sound. And I also notice he'll usually reach up the neck, like he'll be picking down here for a lot of his, runs and stuff. But when he goes to sweep, you know, he might do something like this. He'll come up, he'll bring the pick up to the neck. I mean, I don't know if it's an exact science. I mean, he does it around probably the 15th to 17th fret, and that allows him to easily reach that tap without having to come back to it. So if he was way down here, he would have to go bring the hand up from the pickups. But if he's already up here, it's nice and easy. And then, of course, the minor version, it's still root, third, fifth, octave, same thing. You're just changing the position, obviously, to encompass the minor third, and instead of the major third. So let me play that a little cleaner. As opposed to the major. So there you have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little kind of etude, a little jam I came up with, which is kind of cool. What it is basically you're going between a what is essentially a D major 7 chord, or I'm sorry, an A major 7 chord, and an A flat minor 7 chord. And then going from D major 7 to D flat minor 7. And what I do is I just kind of create like a funk groove using those 4 chords. And then from there, I loop that and I practice A major arpeggios and A flat minor arpeggios over that sequence, because it kind of works harmonically pretty neatly. If you're playing the A major 7, obviously you can just do an A major arpeggio over that. I don't know if you can really hear that clean. You know, that's right, over the A major 7. Over the A flat, you just go down a half step and do an A flat minor. And then what's cool is you switch to the D, and then you go back to playing an A major arpeggio again over the D. Because what this yields is if you have a D major 7 and you're playing an A major against it, the 5th, A is the 5th of D, you have the 5th, major 7, 9, and then the process repeats again. 5th, major 7, 9, 5th. And then going down from D major 7 to D flat minor 7, going back down a half step to A flat minor, the same thing applies. You have 5th, flat 7, 9, 5th, flat 7, 9, 5th. So it's kind of a cool harmonic implication that happens with that. And it's easy because you can just keep going from A major to A flat minor over those, over a pretty interesting chord sequence. It's not, it's not boring. So I'm going to just do a quick loop of that, and then you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. So it's pretty hip. So here's how it goes. So over this, I'm going to play those arpeggios and try to sequence them. Hopefully that kind of makes sense, and it's cool because if you string those together, you can really work on that technique. Like that. So, hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully that helps with your goals in trying to play those Tony MacAlpine type arpeggios, which are pretty sweet. That's all. Have a good one. Peace.